your status? Okay, fine. In today's class, we are going to continue the same week three, and we are going to discuss about plane. Okay, so first we have started with point. Okay, projection of points in all four quadrants. Then projection of line in first quadrant. Okay,
Excuse me, sir.
now yeah.
Sir, what about week 2 assignment?
So week two I will take it later. Okay, this is we will finish it in 10 to 15 minutes. So then now we are going to studying about projection of line.
Then we will start
Uh,
week assignment and just unsubmit the week assignment. Week assignment we will submit.
you have to submit all four assignment. Okay.
No,
One,
no,
two,
sir.
three,
Week
four.
assignment I have only done the first one. First
Okay, you
question
can
answer.
submit it later. Week two you can submit it later.
Okay, sir. Right. And week 3 we will submit if you have completed.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay.
Okay, then so here that's why I just opened the question directly. We are not going to take any theory, and I'm going to solve the problem. Okay. So then some small introduction only I will be going to give about the plane projection of plane. Okay. So similar to the line projection of line, here projection of plane also having some other cases such as the plane parallel to HP and VP, something like that. Okay. So let I open another thing. So now there are several cases are there. Okay, so you know very well quadrant one, quadrant two, and quadrant three and quadrant four. Okay, so the projection of point we have discussed about all four quadrant. Okay, but projection of line we have discussed in only one quadrant. So not only the line hereafter we will be using to first angle projection. Okay, that is nothing but the objects which it is resting on the plane. Okay, the first angle projection. Okay, from week four only we are going to discuss about uh, first angle projection. Okay, so you have to forget the all remaining all three quadrant. And in the industry, quadrant one and three are mostly used. Okay, they won't use quadrant two and four because of after rotating the plane. Okay, after rotating the horizontal plane in clockwise direction up to 90 degree in both quadrant 2 and quadrant 4, what happened? It is overlapping of views. Okay, so which makes some confusion. To avoid this confusion, so there is no use for engineering graphics in quadrant 2 and 4. Only quadrant 1 and 3 is widely used. Okay, that our nation we are using the quadrant 1, and Western countries, most of the Western countries are using quadrant 3. Okay, some Asian peoples are using quadrant 1. Okay, so this is like something like nature and artificial. Okay, so the quadrant 1 is naturally happen. Quadrant 3 is somewhat happen in the that advanced in level. Okay, such as the monitor. Okay, so here the projection of plane. Okay, so the first angle projection. So it should be in quadrant 1. So the plane may be different position similar to the line. Okay, the first position, uh, I can place the plane something like that. This is a plane. What about nature of plane means this plane perpendicular to the VP. You know very well. This is a VP, vertical plane, sometimes called as wall. Okay, vertical plane or wall. This is nothing but ground, sometimes called floor. Okay, sometimes called as floor, and we are telling it is nothing but HP, horizontal plane. Okay. So here, what about nature of this plane means parallel to the HP, parallel to the HP, and perpendicular to the VP. Okay, observer can located here, and he can see the object. Okay, he can see this object. This is the plane, nothing but okay. And after that, we have to rotate the plane. Okay, after that, we have to rotate the plane. Here, this is the direction of top view. Okay, the eye direction of top view, and finally, how the thing is located. It should be something like that. So this is horizontal. This is vertical plane actually. Horizontal plane only. We are going to rotate it. Okay. So this is horizontal plane. So for first angle projection, so the vertical plane is always above xy. Xy is nothing but reference line. This intersection of both the plane, and horizontal plane should be below the xy line. Okay. And what about where is the front view? This is the front view. It is used to capture the front view, and horizontal plane is used to capture the top view. Okay. And the first case, there is nothing but plane is parallel to the HP and, perpendicular to the VP. Okay. So what about the front view? Front view should be the line alone. Okay. In the front view, we can see only line. Okay. What about the top view? What about the top view here? Then the rectangle surface should be available here. Okay. The rectangle surface should be here. Okay. So both are should be same. This should be nothing but both things are should be on the single vertical line. Okay, that is called a projection actually. This is your front view, and this is your top view. Okay. So this is a case one. What about case two? The same first quadrant I have to take in here. Second case, I just place the plane in such a manner, similar to the VP. Okay. So what about nature of this plane? This plane is nothing but perpendicular to the HP and parallel to the VP. Okay, and parallel to the VP. So fine. Then what about the front view? This is the direction of front view. This is the direction of top view. Then we have to rotate the horizontal plane 90 degree in clockwise direction. So finally, you can get the things. Okay. So finally, I can get things like that. This is XY. Mute your mic. Okay. So this is your front view, and this is your top view. So tell me now, what about front view? Whether it is this the plane surface or rectangle surface or line. So the same should be traced here. Okay, the front view. You can get the same thing. Should be in actually on line. Okay. Then what about top view? Top view is nothing but just a line which it is getting the projection. The projection I can use a different color. So this is my top view. Line is my top view, and rectangular plane is my front view. Okay. So this is the case 2. Okay. The case 1. This is the case 1 actually. The plane is perpendicular to the VP and parallel to the HP, and its result uh, should be drawn something like that. And the second case, this is a actual object, and it is nothing but perpendicular to the HP and parallel to the VP, and this is the result. Okay. Then third case, I'll just take the same first angle projection, and now I just keep the plane something like that. So what about nature of this plane means perpendicular to both the HP and the VP. The plane is perpendicular to both the HP and the VP. So what I can see from the front, what I can see from the top. So it is nothing but both are nothing but a line. Okay. So because of the actual shape of the plane uh, can be visible in the side view only. Okay, side view only. Imagine, so on side wall should be here. Okay, on another plane. Sorry, this is another plane. Should be here. Okay, so here only we can get the actual view. Okay, that is called side view. We will discuss little later in the next theory. We will discuss about side view on that. Okay, so just telling here because of where is the actual view of the plane in this case. That case is nothing but the plane having nature of perpendicular to the HP and perpendicular to the VP. Okay, so that means so no the HP and VP not able to get the actual shape of the plane. Only the side planes are can be able to capture the things. In that case, observer should be seeing from this direction. Okay, so then only they can see the side view. Okay, so this is the side view planes are called secondary plane or auxiliary plane, and both HP and VP is called as the primary plane or basic planes. Okay, now I can draw the line. I can draw the line, just line something like that. Okay, so that is nothing but third case, and fourth case. So fourth case is somewhat similar to case 1. What is the case 1 here? So case 1 is nothing but the plane perpendicular to the VP and parallel to the HP. Something like that. Plane is perpendicular to the, I just show the case 1. So this is a case 1, perpendicular to the VB and parallel to the HP. That is the plane. Okay. Now I can tilt the plane with respect to the HP. Okay. So I can tilt the plane like that, either this direction or that direction. The direction is doesn't matter, but the angle of inclination is a matter here. Then I could draw the plane something like that. Okay. So it is inclined to the HP. So I can start with something like that. This is my plane. So this is my plane. What about nature of this plane? Inclined to the HP and perpendicular to BP. So there is no change in the orientation with respect to the BP. Only the changes happened in the orientation with respect to the HP alone. Okay. So this is like this. something like that. Okay, but this is not a transparent. Okay, this is not a transparent. Like that. You can sad it like that. So sadding option. I don't know where it is. Okay, you sad it like that. Then only you can easily understand about the things. Okay, so what about this is okay. I think somewhat okay. I hope you can understand. Okay. What about the front view and top view? Here you can go to here and we can reduce the size. Okay. So this is my reference plane after rotating the horizontal plane. Okay. Then what about my result? This is XY line. We can mark it XY, something like that. Then what about inclination? So inclined line can be seen from the front view. Okay, this inclined line can be seen from the front view, and uh, that is something like that inclined line. And if I get the projection I can use something like that. So this is a projection, and we can get the rectangular plane in the top view. So this is the answer. Okay. So this is the case. When you see from the top, you can see the reduced rectangular. The plane should be reduced in shape, not like same size. Okay. Actually, the what about the length of the line? This length of the line is a true length, but if you project it here, suppose here length is some 100 mm. Okay, 100 mm. If you projecting here, what about length? It should be less than 100. Okay, so you can find out from the trigonometric. Okay, trigonometric. What about this? This is nothing but cos theta into this length. Okay, so this is an angle. We can find out. So this length is nothing but sine theta times of this one. Okay, hypothesis. Okay, you know very well the trigonometry better than me, I think. Okay, because of you are studying, you may, I think you maybe studied before 1 year. Okay, so not before 1 year, before 2 or 3 months. Okay, and so this is the case 4. Okay, this is the case 4. The next case, that case 5. So it is also similar to case 2, but some inclination. That is the difference. So what about case 2? So case 2 is nothing but the same plane, the same reduced plane. It may be in somewhere else. Okay, I just saw the case 2. So this is the plane. Then I can rotate the plane this manner, either this or that way. Okay, that way is not possible. Only this way is possible. Okay, and otherwise based on this, this is a fixed position, and I can change it here this direction. Okay, maybe either in direction. And what about the result? So here the area of the plane is reduced. Okay, the area of the plane is reduced. That is the important thing. It is not a actual area. Okay, it is somewhat reduced area. This case, let's draw the plane. Okay, on here itself. Then only you can easily understand. So when I see from the top, I can see this inclination. Okay, this inclination somewhat like that. Okay. And what about reduced length. What about the final projection, final result in the engineering graphics? So when I see from the top only, I can get the inclined line. When I see from the front, I can get the reduced area of the planes. Okay. Yes, if it is tilted, right? Anything is tilted means what happened? You see from here what happened? The original area may not be visible. May not be, it should not be visible. Okay. So that is the nature of view. Okay. And what about this length? This length is somewhat less than the length of the line. Suppose this length is 100. What about this length? It's nothing but cos theta times of 100. Cos theta is always less than 1. Suppose angle is greater than 0. Okay. 0 between 0 to 90 means it should be less than 1. So we are getting the reduced length here. Okay. So these 5 cases are possible in the paint. So we will be going to draw only this in the AutoCAD. Okay, you should not draw this. Okay, this is for understanding purpose. The engineering graphics we are using the 2D. Okay, 2D only. We are converted the 3D object into 2D with some assumptions. Like assumptions means like predefined things such as primary planes, front view, top view. How to make the front view? We have to put A dash and B dash. Like if we are putting the dash means it is nothing but front view. Okay. So this point is for both the A and B. This is your top view. That's why without prime or dash we have to write the naming. Okay, and we have to make the dimensions and all. Okay, up to this we can finish the theory. Then I just move into um, the practical, like AutoCAD exercise. I hope you can understand the different position of the planes, right? So then next I'm going to move the AutoCAD. Have any queries means you can ask now. Have any queries you can ask. Okay. Not an issues. Just open the AutoCAD. The AutoCAD. What about the step one? You have to set the units, limits, and use the zoom all command. Okay. The units you have to do two things. One is you have to set the millimeter, then precision. I can set some 0.0. This is called one precision. Okay. I'll give it. Then limits. I hope everyone is familiar with the
Sir,
limits
do I have to
and
take first precision for this?
Pardon?
Sir, we have to take first precision for this.
No. 0 is enough, more than enough.
Okay, sir.
One, and the rare questions only we need some precision. Okay. So for that also you can change it in the dimension. Okay, in the dim style, the dim style also you can change the precision. For particular questions you can change it. Okay. So both 0 and 0 precision and one single precision, both are correct. Okay. So both are correct. You don't bother. Here I just change, then set correct. Okay, fine. Then zoom on. I'm going to draw the things. Okay. So the question number 1 from week 4. Just open the question here. So this is the first question. It is given line. Okay, line AB of length 70 mm long is inclined at 45 degree to the HP and 30 degree to the VP. So up to the week 3, we have discussed about only the inclination with either one plane. Okay. So now both the plane, the having the inclination. Okay, and here the NDA is given 20 mm above the HP and the 25 mm in front of the VP. We have to draw the projection. Okay, that is the question. So here line AB of length 70 mm long means that is nothing but true length. Okay, the true length is given and the true inclination is given. Okay, inclination with respect to the HP, inclination with respect to the VP, both is given, and the end is located above some 20 mm above from the ground or HP and 25 mm in front of the VP or wall. Okay, and you have to draw the position. It is very simple. So here first you have to draw the reference line. You can draw it with the ortho switch on. It should be straight line with random length. Okay, that is not an issue. You can draw it. Okay. The second one, here it is given 20 mm above HP and 25 mm in front of it. So above the HP, you have to use offset for the HP and offset distance 20 mm above the HP. You can select the line above the HP and enter. Then space button. Again, you have to set 25 mm in front of you. So this is your reference line on the bottom. So you can change the color for getting the for avoiding some confusion between HP and the reference line and the guidelines. Okay. So this is. I hope you can understand what I did here. This line is drawn 20 mm gap because of the point A is 20 mm above the HP and the point B is similarly the point A is 25 mm in front of you. So the point A should be here. Okay, it should be
So
perpendicular
what did we
line.
use offset for?
Offset for copy the same object with some distance.
Okay, sir.
Okay. So I just draw the line randomly. This point is A point. Okay, this point is B point of the piece of line on both uh, this is on VB plane, this is on HP plane. Okay, and first one is given the inclination angle with respect to the HP is 45 degree, and with respect to the VB is 30 degree. So you draw the line randomly. With the random length, you can draw it. So how to draw the line with the angle means you have to press the at the rate symbol. Okay, so it is nothing but shift 2. Okay, if you press shift 2, the at the rate. Okay, for using the email. Okay, Gmail username at gmail.com. So that symbol you have to press after selecting the line. Okay, you have to press like that means you can here if you press the at the rate you can see the magnitude. So I just give the magnitude 100. I don't know what is actual length. Actually, it is given 70 mm, right? This is the actual length of the line. The 70 mm long is the actual length of the line. So, but that 70 mm line, we have to draw it actually. So line, okay, click it here and press at the rate. So 70 is the length of line, and the zip and press the tab button, okay, which it is in above the caps lock, okay, and the angle should be how much it is 45. Like that you can obtain the line. Okay, this length is 70 mm and the angle is 45. Similarly, how to draw a line from here at the rate and the 70 and angle is given somewhat 30 degree, but if you put the 30, so see what it happened. Okay, it should be here. Okay, So in the AutoCAD, what are all angle you are given, it is considered from in anti-clockwise direction. Okay. So if I give the angle 30 degree means, so this is the horizontal line. It is considered this is a horizontal line, and from the 30 degree means it is in anti-clockwise direction. If I put minus 30 degree, it comes down. Otherwise, I can give the 360 minus 30 because of total circle having 360
Sir,
degree.
can you repeat how do you bring angle to that?
Yeah, in the AutoCAD, angle is calculated in the form of counterclockwise direction. Okay, if I give the 30, okay, it comes from it just this line. This is a 0 degree line, and it moves a 0 degree line in counterclockwise direction up to 30 degree. Okay, if I give minus 30 means it take like clockwise direction. Sorry, this is yeah. Then clockwise direction it will come. Okay. Otherwise, you can give 360 minus 30. So this is 90 degree. You know this line is 90 degree. What about this line? This is 180 degree. You can take from here to here, 180 degree. If I draw this, if I draw one more line here. What about this angle actually? So up to this 180, 180 plus 90, 270. Okay, like that only AutoCAD take the angle. Okay. So how to draw the things? Either I just explain the two method, line command, and click on over here and press the at the rate shift to 2, and the length is 70. Tape button, angle is minus 30. Okay, minus 30. So it is one of the simple method. Okay, one of the simple method. Otherwise, you can subtract uh, the same thing at the rate 70, and the shift button. So 360 minus 30 degree. So 330. You can see it is just drawing the circle, and it is taking the things. Okay. Either you can use minus. You can change uh, the magnitude of angle like in minus. Okay, for rotating the line in clockwise direction. If you want to rotate the line in counterclockwise direction with some angle, you can put positive. Okay. And from that, I need to know which one is apparent length. Okay, apparent length is nothing but so I just draw the line. Immediately after drawing the line, I have to draw the projection up to here. Okay, so I need to draw the projection up to here, and you have to draw the projection up to HP opposite direction. Okay, so here this is the locus. Okay, this is the locus of point B. This is the locus of point A in front view. Okay, this is the locus of point A in top view, and similarly, this is the locus of just change the color for understanding the understanding purpose. These are all locus. Okay, locus line. Okay, locus line, and this length is actually apparent length. Apparent length means when you see from the top, sorry, front. Okay, the line is appear up to that length only. When you see from the top, the line is appear up to this length. Okay, that is called apparent length, like that. Okay, so this is the simple thing you can obtain if you know the locus concept. Okay, so the locus means anywhere else the A point may be there. Okay, the point of a piece of line should be there. That means end point of piece of line. So now I have to type the text. Set the text height as 7. The angle should be 0. Enter. And this point is nothing but A prime. It's nothing but B prime. Here A, here B. Because of it is a top view. So the front view should be represented by the prime symbol. Yeah, and this is nothing but locus of point B. This is nothing but B in top view actually. Sorry, B in front view. Okay. Locus of point in front view. So similarly, this is locus of point A in front view. This point, this is nothing but a reference line X or Y. So that much length is not required actually. We can reduce the length. It's a reference line, and it should be locus of point A in top view. This is locus of point B in top view. So this is uh, the final. So now one more thing is there. We have to rotate the things. Okay. This point is uh, like point A. This is point B. Okay. And how I am rotating the line means I just draw the circle. Draw the circle with the radius. Okay. From here to here, this is the point. Okay. So this is the radius from here to here. Just to see again, so choose the circle from here center to radius. This is the point, and what about the radius? Up to this length. Okay, up to this length, you can see the intersection, right? The cross mark. So you have to complete the circle. Okay, fine. Then I'm going to trim the things here, double enter, and trim this one, and trim this thing. Those things are not required actually. You can trim it. Okay. Then enter. So now I'm going to draw the line from here to here. So I have to zoom it, then only I can see the intersection. So this is see, this is not actually intersection. Okay, so I make the point, then only avoid the confusion. P type. Just choose this type of point with size of 3 in absolute scale. Okay, so point. The top view. Okay, this is a top view of B. I get the intersection here, right? So you make the point. Similarly, the another point from the front view, I get the new point. Okay, by projecting the front view on the top view, okay, I get the new point here. Okay, this 2 point I have to mark it, and then I have to rotate the line of piece. So I need to rotate actually. This is from A dash to here. This is called B1 dash. Okay, text command. be somewhere else, and this point is nothing but B1 prime, B1 dash or prime. This point is A1. So this A dash and the P1 dash, I need to rotate. Yes, of this is not a actually locus of point B. Okay, locus of point B should be here in the front view. So I just rotate this point with the same length. So that's why I choose one center and the radius. This is the first point. This is the second point. Okay. So I'm getting the intersection here. I just make the point on here and the enter. So this is actual point P2 dash. Okay. And how to trim the things. Here double enter. It should show the. So you have to trim these two. Okay. Then enter. And select the entire line and delete it. So you have to show this line because of this line is used to demonstrate the rotation of this piece of line A dash P1 dash up to here, locus of P. Okay. And I have to text it immediately. This is actually my P1 double prime. So now I'm going to draw the line from here to here. So this line is nothing but apparent length. Okay, this is the true length. It is the apparent length. When I see from the front, actually this length only visible. This length and this inclination is visible. Even actual length is 70 mm and actual angle is 45 degree, but it is not visible because of the inclination. Okay. This length only visible. Similarly, I need to rotate this point. This using the circle center radius. Okay, this is my center and this is my radius, and you have to draw the circle. Yeah, I am getting the intersection here. Okay, so point. Let's make the point. Okay. And now I have to trim it. Double enter. Okay, this line. Okay, you have to trim it, and this is not required. You can trim it and enter. Okay, nearer to the point. This 2 point. You have to trim it. Okay, apply the trim. Then you can select this object and delete it. And text command. So you can click it here. This is also B. This is also B1 double dash. Okay. This is B2 point. Okay, B1. That's all. So this is not actually A. Okay. So you have to click it. So for editing the text, you can click it and delete. Text command. So this is also point B. Okay. So text and select somewhere here and type B1. So text command you have to follow properly, otherwise it will not work. Okay, you have to properly follow the instruction. This is also B1. Yes, you can take this is B2. Okay, so don't avoid giving the same naming. Here also you can change it. Enter. So now I found the apparent length and the apparent angle. So this is my apparent length in the front view, and this is my apparent length in the top view. So I just draw the line between here. And finally, one more thing is there. You have to mention the dimensions. Okay, so only 4 dimensions is enough. One is incline. Okay, align the line from here to here. This is 61, and the same thing from here to here. This is somewhat 40, 49. Okay. Then apparent angle thing from here to horizontal line. So this apparent angle is 55 in the front view, and here to here the apparent angle is 45 in the top. So that 4 dimension is much more enough. And finally you have to write the answers. Okay, so apparent length AL, you can text it here. Okay, apparent length, or like text command, text to enter, that is enough. Text to double enter, and you can click it somewhere else. And here apparent length in front view is nothing but 61 mm, and the angle is 55 degree. Okay. Angle is 55 degree. Here also apparent length in top view PV 49 mm. Angle is 45 degree. So by using graphical method like that, we can calculate. That is very simple. If you know the locus point, okay, we can easily obtain the answer. Okay. And finally, you can trim the unwanted things. If you want, you can trim it, otherwise it is not required. This is not required. This direction, it is not required. This should be that. Okay, only the extended line in this direction you can delete it. Okay, remaining you can keep it, not on this use. So then finally you have to export as PDF, and here you should choose the window. You have to draw the rectangle with this, and give some projection of line B4. You will get the things something like that. Okay. So this is the question number 1. And the question number 2, you just follow the procedure, you will obtain it. Okay, it is very simple. The question number 2, the another line is given 80 mm long, has it NC 30 mm above the HP and 20 mm in front of VP. The line is inclined at 45 degree to the HP and 35 degree to the VP. Draw the projections. So draw the projection means the actual length of the line which it is available in the HP plane and the VP plane. After trace the shadow, a shadow of some assumptions in front view and top view. The same question, but length is different. Okay, 80 mm instead of here 20 mm, here given 30 mm. Okay, so everything is same, the same question. You have to repeat the procedure again for answering this. Okay, fine. So, any doubt in this? Otherwise, I will demonstrating again newly. I just give the summary how to obtain the things. Okay. So first step, you have to draw the reference line. In second step, you have to make the offset and draw the line above the XY. That is nothing but above the HP. So draw some line below the XY. That is nothing but in front of VP. Okay. Sometimes the line is maybe on the plane. Okay. The point, the piece of line, end points maybe one of the end points maybe on the plane means you have to start it from here. Okay. And change some color for getting some understanding purpose. You can give some other color, and now you have to draw the line with some true length. Okay, true length and a true inclination, something like that. Okay, so here the same, here also the same projection should be there. If you miss the projection, everything will become in wrong manner. Okay, so this line may be with some angle, something, maybe something comes something like this. Okay, so immediately you have to project it in opposite direction up to here. Similarly, you have to project up to here. And what about the next step? So I will get the new thing here and here, new point after the projection of the another end point of the piece of line. Then you have to immediately draw this one. This is nothing but a locus. So this is called a locus, and here also you have to draw the locus of the end point. Okay. Then you have to rotate. How to rotate means go to the circle with radius and keep this is the center and this length is radius. You can rotate. Okay. You can rotate and get the intersection here. Okay. So you have to make the point and then join the line. So like that you have to get the intersection. You have to intersection from here to here. So then you have to trim it. So where you have to where you have to after make the point and then trim it. Okay, then only it should be simple. Okay, otherwise it may have some difficulties. The locus. So two intersection is there. It is not here actually here. And here also intersection. So you have to rotate this point up to here, okay, up to here, and make the point and trim the things here, and so for trimming you have to press the enter twice. Okay, so this is not required actually. This is also not required. Then enter and select this entire piece of circle and delete it. Okay. Now it is the new intersection, new point. I made the mistake. It should be from here. It should be from here. Okay. So you make the point. So this is the length should be rotated up to the locus of point B. So go to circle and the radius, keep this is center, this length is radius. Okay, and you will get the new point here and mark it over here. Okay, then trim command BR double enter, PR double time enter, and you have to trim it here and one trim here and another trim here. Then enter and select remaining piece of line and delete it. Okay, this is a new point. You can draw the line from here to here. Okay, This is a new point. So this is actually apparent length. Similarly, we can draw the circle with the radius from here to here. So you have to see the intersection. Okay, intersection symbol, cross symbol. Then give it okay. So this point is touching over here. So you have to make it here. Okay. And the trim command, you have to delete so TR double time enter and trim it over here and another trim should be here. Okay, and join the points. Okay, you will get something like that. I am not made for actual dimension, so I just tell the procedure. Okay, so after completing this line you can easily draw. Then you have to take the projection in opposite plane, and this is a new point. And this piece of line you have to rotate it by using the circle command and trim command. Okay, so this is a simple step. I hope you can done. Okay. So similarly, the projection of plane, which it is given in question number 2, regular pentagon, okay, and regular hexagon, both are given. Okay, I just draw it, just to make it this question. Okay, this is very simple question. I just draw the line, like so again. Press the ortho mode, switch on the ortho mode, and draw the reference line. Okay. So plane, I just now only I have told there are 5 different cases are there for projecting the plane. Okay. So this question is given rectangular pentagon, sorry, regular pentagon. Okay, regular pentagon. So that is the plane of side 25 mm. So regular means all the side of pentagon having the same length. Okay, that's why the term regular is given. 25 mm has its side BC on floor. Okay, its plane is perpendicular to the floor and inclined 45 degree to the wall. So floor means nothing but HP, wall means nothing but VP. Okay, so draw the projection. So here you need to draw the some rough sketch before starting the things for initial for your basic purpose. Okay, so now only you are studying this, so that's why you have to draw it. Then only you can easily understand. Like just make the sketch. Okay. So you have to draw some reference plane. Wall, this is wall or VP. This is called floor or HP. So here it is given the regular pentagon. Okay, like perpendicular to the floor and inclined to the wall. Okay, perpendicular to the floor and inclined to the wall, and something like that. So I can draw the. This is inclined to the wall, and so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, this is inclined to the wall and perpendicular to the floor. So this is the plane, something like that. Okay, and we have to draw the projection. So when you projecting it in the front view only, you can see the pentagonal plane, but the area is reduced because of it is having some inclination. Okay, so for this type of question, how to solve it means initially you have to assume the plane is perpendicular to the HP and parallel to the VP. Okay, then you can draw. Afterwards, we can finish the second step. Okay, just demonstrating. So here, important thing, where is the plane will come? Either on wall or floor. That is important. Okay, so this is nothing but wall. This is nothing but floor. Okay, this is nothing but floor. This is nothing but wall. And when you see from here, the same pentagon may be available, some reduced size with the some reduced size somewhat here. Okay, and this should be B. Yes, of BC resting on the floor. It is given in the problem. BC, D, A, B, C, D, E. Like that, you should give the naming. Okay. So here, I just draw the pentagon using the command, which is called a polygon. Okay. What about the size of pentagon? It is 25 mm. The side having length of 25 mm. So I just make the polygon, and number of sides should be 5. Enter and specify the center point. I am going to specify the edge length. I can randomly select here, and it is 25. So 25. Okay. So length is side length is given like 25. Okay. This is a 25 mm pentagon. Then what you do here, you have to make the projection. So for making the projection, I just change the color. So projection somewhat like that. Okay, up to that line. So you draw the line randomly. That length of the line should be cover all the point. If you project it up to this, it should be covered. Like that you have to make it. Okay. So this is one projection. So there are 5 projections should be there. The projection should be perpendicular in nature. Okay. Enter and enter space. So I made the projection. Okay, up to here. So I can change this line as white color because this is my front view. When I see from the top, I can see the line. When I see from the top, I can see the line. That is nothing but my top. From here to here, my top view. So I just trim the unwanted portion here. So this length is nothing but my top view. Okay, and this is my front view. Okay, then I need to rotate. Okay, so I have to reproduce this line. Okay. How to reproduce means double enter, and after that give the enter. So I just draw one more vertical line randomly. So these are all things are nothing but the case 2. Okay, according to the case 2, this is the method to draw the uh, front view and top view. So now the 5th case, okay, it is inclined to VP. So what about this length? I don't know how much length it is. Okay, so I just make a copy. The copy command. I have to select the object, enter, and select the base point. I just keep it over here. Okay, then enter. So here one line is there. Okay, so I just trim the line first. Okay, I just make the copy of this line here. So just delete something like that and keep it here. Then otherwise you can select the thing and right click and copy. So that is also there. Okay. Um, I think copy is not available in this version. Okay, don't worry. Use the copy command. COPY, copy, enter, and select the object. And I have to select the base point. This is my base point, and I want to place it here. Then enter. So now what I'm going to do means I just reproducing the diagram. Okay. Uh, Such a manner with some angle. Okay. So that is the concept over here, and how I can reproducing this means. So I need to copy everything. Everything means I just make the point over here. I need this point, space, point, space, click. Please. Okay, fine. Then I'm going to copy all the things. All the things means COPY, copy, including the point. Okay. Select each and every one, all 5 points. Then enter. Then specify the base point. This is my base point, and where I need to copy here and enter. Okay, fine. So I just reproducing the piece of line over here. Then I am going to rotate it. Okay. So rotating up to given angle. How much angle is given here? It is 45 degree to the VP. So 45 degree. So anything inclination with VP means it should be below the XY line. Okay. So just rotate. Okay, rotate. Enter. So you have to select all the object. Okay. Here point is also there. You have to select the point also and enter. Then base point. This should be the base point, and the angle should be minus 45. Minus 45 because of it's in clockwise direction. Because of this inclined with respect to VP. So VP means below. Okay, you have to rotate it below. This angle is 45. Finally, I can easily reproduce it. Okay, by giving the number. So just listen. Text command. Double enter. Okay. It is given A dash actually. So here B dash. Because of it is front view. Here C dash. This point is C dash, not this point. This is not a point actually. This is not a edge actually. C dash. This is one of the edge. Edge means nothing but intersection of the piece of line. Okay. This is E dash. The same I have to project it here. What about this point is A? This point should be B, and this point should be E, and this point should be C, and this is D. Okay. So same thing I have to reproducing over here. This is A. This is second point is B, and here you can rotate. Okay. Not triggered actually. So I want to texting over here. Okay. And the text command. I want to rotate the angle up to 45 degree. So specify somewhere else, and 7 is okay. Then 45 degree. 45 degree. Then I can text it. Sorry, minus 45 degree. Then only it should be proper. The text command. Specify over here. Minus 45. Here A. Then B. Second point is B. Third point is E. Fourth point is C. And the final point is D. You can give it like that. Okay, then enter and escape, and I have to make the projection again. So select the color, yellow color or some other color. So here I choosing yellow color for vertical projection. This is one projection. You have to draw up to here. Okay, up to here. Otherwise, you draw the line. So for horizontal projection, first you complete the horizontal projection with some other color. Here line command and complete the horizontal projection. And line from here to okay. So this is the horizontal projection. Then vertical projection, you don't need to make up to this. Okay. So this A point should be here. So I just make the projection already here. This A and BA, both vertical and horizontal projection, meet over here. Okay, that is A point. The B point, so I have to extend this projection, horizontal projection line is getting from both point B and C. So this is my B point. And similarly, what about C point? We have C also. Both are here. Okay, this is my C point. Then D point, space command, and the D point is here. Okay, this is my D point and A point. Okay, so this is my D point. Finally, E point from here to here. So we need to get the intersection point from both the vertical and the horizontal projection. Okay, so immediately you have to make the point, otherwise you maybe get some confusion over here. So this is the second point B. This is actually C point. This is actually D. First the space for getting the final. Okay. And I can draw the line by joining the point, all those points. Just select that line and give the white color or some other color for differentiating things. Okay, so I can give any other color. Better you should give the white color. Okay, white color or some other color, that is not an issue. Now, now this is actual A point. Okay, this is actual A point, B point, C, D. So type text command and specify somewhere else, and the 7 is okay. Angle should be 0. Here actually A point, here B, here C. So you can reduce the size of the text also. You are feeling it is a little bit larger. Okay. Now this is the reduce. This is the actual size of pentagon which it is available on the vertical. Okay, and this is the answer actually. Then you have to make the PDF. You have to make the dimensions, then PDF. Okay. So what are all dimensions are required? The linear dimension or sometimes aligned dimension. It is 25, side is 25, and angle, this angle is very important. Angle between should be 44. Okay, this angle is important. Then finally, you can mention any one dimension. Okay, any one dimension of reduced size. We should show the reduced size. Actual size is 25, but reduced to 20. If you see the dimension here, it is not required actually. Just I am showing. Okay, this is 24. None of the dimension should be more than or equal to the actual dimension. It is 18. So don't need to mention all the dimension. It's a 24. I just mentioning because of the understanding purpose. So 20. So none of the dimension is not equal to the actual dimension and are greater than the actual dimension. Okay. These are all not required actually. It may be confusing the entire diagram. Okay. So minimum dimension is 18, maximum is 24. So when we are evaluating, we are doing something like that. So this is the way you can get it. Suppose if it is in, it may be inclined to with respect to HP. Means the same line should be come over here. Okay, come over here, and the same line should be shifted over here. Then only we can incline it with respect to the HP. Okay, fine. I hope you can understand somewhat regarding the projection of plane. The next question is very simple. It's given a regular hexagon of base 20 mm and has its side DE on the wall. Its plane is parallel to the floor. Okay, draw the projection. So it is very simple. The hexagon is given over here. Here hexagon. Just do this. I just draw it here. Okay, this is the plane, and this is a primary plane, and the object, which is also given hexagon in plane, and it is given something like that. Okay. Not like that actually. It's somewhat difficult to draw. It over here, I am trying to. Okay. So this is a hexagon. It is perpendicular to the VP. Like that, it is given. The regular hexagon having 20 mm side. Okay. The plane is parallel to the floor. Parallel to the floor. That means when you see from the top, you can see the plane. When you see from the front, you can see the line now. Okay. So you have to start with the top view. Then only you will get the answer. So I just demonstrating. So I go to the line. This is the reference line. And change the color of the reference line. It's so white. Okay. So always use white color for object and reference line. Then you can draw the things, the hexagonal plane. Okay. That hexagonal plane, it is available from the top view. So this should be the question itself. It is given which line is on the wall, DE on the wall. Okay, DE on the wall, and the remaining thing you can fill it. Okay, suppose it is E, it is D, and it should be C, it should be B, like that. Okay, it should be F, it should be A. Yes, of 6 edges are there for the hexagonal plane. Okay, so now how to draw this? Have to draw the polygon. You have to choose the polygon over here, and the number of side is 6, and select the edge, and from over here. So here you have to rotate it. Okay, like that you can rotate it. Then you have to type the length. I think some 30. I don't know exactly. So you have to drag the mouse randomly. You will get the required shape. So it should be DE. Okay. Otherwise, you can give DE in clockwise direction, either this anti-clockwise manner or clockwise manner. Okay, that is done. Then you have to draw the projection. So only up to this is enough. Okay. Just extend the line, and it should be white in color because of it is the reference line. Then it should be also white. So now you can draw the line randomly. That line should be cover all the both the extreme endpoint of the hexagon. Then you can project the things. Okay, this is one projection space bar. So this and this both should be coincide, and go to approve this. Then press here also both should be coincide. Approve this. And space bar. And one more line. You have to draw it from here. The last diagram we did not draw because of some edges are there. So this line, it is nothing but axis line. Axis line. You can give some other color, or actually you have to draw with dashed line. Okay, dashed line means discontinuous line. You can go to here, and you can choose the line type. So here continuous only available. So you have to go to other, and you have to load the line, and you have to choose center. Okay, this is the center. You have to load it first, then give it OK. Then click the line here and go to here and center it. Okay, then enter. Okay, that's all. So if you zoom it only, you can visible the discontinuous line. Otherwise, it is not visible. It is same like continuous line. So now we should give the naming. That is most important. Go to the text and give the naming over here. So it should be DE on the things. Okay. So DE should be here, and the remaining thing you have to fill C, B over here, A over here. Sorry. Yeah, correct one. Then F. So the same should be, you have to make it here. So this is A dash, and this is B dash. This is B dash, and in bracket you have to put the B dash. Why it should be in bracket means when you see from here in the front view, so this is not visible. Okay, D and E are not visible. So that's why we are putting in bracket. Here A dash or A prime. In bracket you have to put A prime. And here F prime. Okay. So it is very simple. You have to follow the procedure. Okay. So after make the actual shape. So this is called true shape. True shape means what about an object? What about actual shape of an object? That is nothing but true shape. So the remaining things are apparent shape. Apparent shape means a line. Suppose if you take the projection of line, so line is a true shape. Okay, this is not shape. This is a true view. Okay, true shape means something we will study later. The view. Okay, true view is line. The points are nothing but apparent view. Okay. So then the remaining unwanted thing, you have to trim it. So this extreme length is not required. This is not. So this length is actually required. You have to dimension it go to here. So this length is actually 60. But what about the actual size of the hexagon? The side is given 40 or 30. I have taken as 30. Okay. So this is the second question answer. Suppose if it is rotated with respect to HP, so what you have to do? You draw the same thing. What you did it in the last question. You have to draw some line like that, and it's trimming out, and you have to copy. You have to copy this line and producing here and rotate it and get the projection, and both the vertical and horizontal projection intersecting the point, you will get the new point. Okay, so that is the procedure for making the plane. Okay, plane projection. I hope you may understand some concept. Okay, so I just shared the video. You have to check the video again and again and do it. If you have any doubt, you can ask it in the lab class. Okay. So then in the week 2, ellipse. Okay. Um, I will take the ellipse question now. We will discuss ellipse question now. So remaining two questions are there: cycloid and spiral. Okay, that two questions we will discuss in upcoming theory class. Okay, and ellipse is very simple. First method is a rectangular method or oblong method. Let you draw the suppose. I just open the question. The same question I will solve it here. Please, week 2. Class 1. Week 2 question. I hope you people can complete a parabola and this question oblong method and concentric circle method. Okay. Then we are having eccentricity, cycloid, and Archimedean, then involute. So these 4 questions we will discuss in next class. Okay. Next class again we are going to revise all the topic from week 1 to week 4. So that time we will discuss. Now I just demonstrating the oblong method and the concentric circle method for the ellipse size of 150 mm and 70 mm. That is major axis and the minor axis. Okay. So major diameter. So major axis means it is not half of the length. Okay, major diameter. And 150 and 70. Right. So let you draw the rectangular method. What is the difference between rectangular method and oblong method? Means rectangular method you have to draw the exact rectangle. In the oblong method, so 170. Okay, I think 170 is given the 150. So 150 and 70. Height is 70. Okay. So in the oblong method, I can draw any angle of length. Okay, any angle of length. Suppose it is 70. 70 is the magnitude, and the angle I can keep some 30. So 30 is not enough. 70, and the angle I can keep some 85, something like that. 75. This is called oblong method, and again I have to draw the line with the length of 150. I can complete the trapezoid. So that is called oblong method. Okay. So you can draw the rectangle method. Both are same, but procedure is same. So go to the line and find the midpoint over here. Here also midpoint are perpendicular. Okay. You have to divide equally 4. So here midpoint and the perpendicular line are midpoint. So not perpendicular. It should be also midpoint. Midpoint should be somewhere here. Okay. So I just make this box. Okay, equally 4 things. Then I have to divide. Okay. To divide this portion, I have to take this line and 5 division, for example. Okay. Not 5, 10. Okay, I have to make 10. Divide. Horizontally 10. Vertically also 10. divide. So now I have to draw the line from here to here, this point. Enter space. Enter space. So you need to draw this line. Okay. The next one, you have to draw the line from here up to this point. Okay. Enter. Then what you do, you have to select the line and move the cursor over the blue point. Okay, blue point, and you are having two options. You have to lengthen. You have to select the lengthen. So lengthen up to randomly. Okay, you can select it up to randomly and enter. Okay. So here this is one of the vertices. Okay, vertex point of the ellipse, and you can make the point. Escape and point command, and you can zoom it and do it. Okay. Otherwise, we can reduce the point size. Point type. Sorry, P type. You can reduce the point type. Otherwise, you can choose the another type of point. Okay, I just choose here, and I can keep some 2 or 1. Now go to the point and zoom it. Here you can make it. Okay, this is the first vertices. I have to choose another point actually. Okay, no problem. Similarly, I need to draw another line from here to here. Okay, and enter and select the line. Select this line and move the cursor on the blue line, blue point from where I am going to lengthening it. Okay, just a lengthening. Okay, you have to drag the mouse randomly and give it okay. And so up to second point, up to this only enough. Okay. Otherwise, when you are lengthening it, you can fix it up to here. So for example, you see here, I just selected point. I just selected this line and move the cursor over to the blue point and lengthen up to here. Okay, that is also lengthen. Lengthen up to here and press escape. Okay. So this is also good procedure. Okay. Otherwise, you can make the point. Okay. Better you have to do this. Okay, avoid some confusion over here. The third one. So again, the same third point, and we enter and select this line. Move the cursor over here and lengthen up to the third line. Okay. Up to the third. You can get the intersection, right? Click it over here. So this is the third point. Then fourth point, escape. Again, draw the line. Here to here, and enter and select this line and move the cursor over blue point, lengthening it up to the fourth point. This is my fourth point. You can lengthen up to here. Okay. So finally, you can make the point. So I just change the point type. Change this at that point. And the point command and move the point here. Space. This should be here. Space. It should be here. Okay. So I'm getting that things, and you can trim it the unwanted thing. Otherwise, you may get some confusion. So this is not required. So use the trim command. And remove the unwanted things. So now I'm going to use the spline command. Spline. and I know that this is one vertex of ellipse. This is the second, this is the third, this is the fourth, this is the fifth one, and finally this is the sixth one. And you just move the spline somewhere else like that. Okay, like that. Then enter. Okay, so this is my ellipse actually. It should be in white. Okay, fine. Then you can apply the mirror command. So mirror mi enter. Okay, mi is a short form of mirror, and this object I need to mirror it. Enter, and based on this is the first point of axis, this is the end point of axis, and enter. So now I can mirror the remaining portion. Again mirror, enter, and select two objects. This is one object, this is second object, and enter. This is the first point, this is the end point of it. Sorry, this is the oblong method. The oblong method it's not possible to mirroring like this. Okay, so you have to mirror something. Mi, enter, and it's off only you can mirror. Wait. I think yes. Object. Okay, the oblong method it is very difficult to mirror. Okay, so you have to draw this. You can mirror this and that because of this rectangle. Also similar, right? Here also some mistake is there. Okay. This is correct. But oblong method, you have to draw again everything. Okay. So you have to delete all. So after completing it, just delete everything. Okay. So to avoid the confusion, you can delete it. And you just keep the point. So here it is not possible to mirror in oblong method. The rectangular method means you can mirror. So you don't draw like that. Okay. But you just draw the rectangle and complete it. Okay. So, but now I just try to complete everything using the same method. Enter space. Enter space. You have to draw the line from this point to here. So now I just extend the line from over here. Sorry, from over here, and this is a line. Enter. Then select this line. Go to here and lengthen up to.
Excuse me, sir.
So length, yeah.
Sir, you should try using turning off the auto mode, sir, mirroring.
That is not an issue. 12 o'clock. Come 12 o'clock. What I told you. 12 o'clock. I don't know what time he will come. Okay. You wait up to. Okay. Then second line. Go here and select this and go to here and lengthen up to here. Okay. So randomly you can lengthen. Okay. This is the second point. And the third point. From here to here and up to here. Sorry. So this is my third point. Then you have to lengthen. So you should apply the lengthen. Then only it will come correct. Otherwise, you are not getting the correct things. Okay, you can extend somewhat up to this. Okay, that point. Then final point from here to here, enter and select this line and go to here, lengthen and up to the line 4. Okay, then I have to use the point command, and this is one intersection. This is on space. This is third space. This is second space. This is first. Okay, then enter and trim it. Trim the unwanted portion here and here. Okay, then enter. So now use spline command. And you have to extend here somewhat. It should be in on the box. Okay, then press enter. Now select this and you can get the remaining portion of ellipse. Wait a minute. Hello? Sir, hello? ஹலோ எங்க இருக்கீங்க சார்?
லைப்ரரி பில்டிங்ல தான் நிக்கிறேன்.
ஆனா ஒரு 12 ஆகும், பரவாயில்லையா? கிளாஸ்ல இருக்கேன்.
12 மணிக்கா?
கடைக்கு போயிருவீங்களோ?
நான் கால் பண்ணேன். 12 மணிக்கு கால் பண்ணுங்க சார், மறந்துடாதீங்க.
நான் கால் பண்ணுறேன். Sorry for the disturbance. And this is the required things. Okay, required ellipse. So here one more shortcut is there. That is not possible. Okay. So I don't want to confuse you here. You follow this step for all the side, and you will get the answer. Okay. Then this portion, the same method. You have to use. You have to divide here. Okay. Divide. This is 10 division, and to draw the line from here to here. Escape. Then space bar from here to here. Escape. Space. And select the particular point. Pick the line, something like that. Okay. So now I am going to extend the line from here. So this is my first point actually in this direction. So I just draw the line, enter, and I have to select this line and move the cursor over the point from where I need to lengthen and somewhere else and press it, enter. Okay. Then similarly draw the another line from here to here, enter, and select here, then move the cursor over here and select the lengthen. So it should be up to point line 2. Okay, somewhere else line 2. Okay, then third one, so line command from here to this, enter, then select the line, go to here, lengthen, somewhere else here. Okay, that is the third one. I hope it is not lengthening properly. So again I can lengthen it up to. Okay. Then fourth one, that is the final point. So line command from here to here, enter, and select this, lengthen the line, and up to this. Okay. So you can randomly do it. It's not a mistake. Okay. But when you make the point, you have to make it properly. Point command. This is the fourth line. Okay. Space bar. This is third. Space bar. This is second. Space bar. This is first. So then I have to trim it So trim the unwanted line. Otherwise, it makes some confusion when you are making this one. Okay. Then enter, then spline, and then select the point. This is one vertex. This is another vertex. Third, fourth vertices. Fifth. So this is wrong actually. Spline command. So this is the first, second, third, fourth, fifth, sixth one. Okay, then you have to move something like that. Okay, it should be within the box. Like that, you have to extend. Then enter or escape. Okay, enter. Select this in the color and delete the unwanted portion. Finally, we can draw the select one by one. It may be deleted the other things. The point may be there, so it will be deleted means it's difficult. Okay. So the third one, so delete one by one. That is the better. Okay, then finally, you have to make this part, and for that you have to draw the line from here to here. Enter, space. So it is a little bit difficult in overplan method because of it's not possible to use the symmetricity concept in the overplan method. Okay. So the rectangle method in the examination, you can use the rectangle method. Okay, it may take some long time. Then line command from to draw the line from here. Okay. Draw the line. From where we have to draw the line actually means here. You see? Not like that. Sorry, here. This is first line. This second line. Escape space third line. I drawn all the line, then I'm going to extend it. Okay. So select the first line, move the cursor over here, lengthen up to the first point. Okay. Then select the second one, lengthen up to the second line. Okay. Then third one, move the cursor over here, lengthen and up somewhat here. Third one. So fourth one, lengthening it and randomly I can choose. Okay. Then I have to make the point. Point command. This is my first point. Space in the second line, second point, third line, third point, fourth line, fourth point. Okay. So you need to make it properly, otherwise you may not get the proper point. Okay. So trim unwanted portion.
Me, sir.
So you zoom it and trim it. Okay.
Sir.
Yeah.
Sorry to interrupt you, sir, but our next BEEE class had got started and we haven't taken the attendance yet. So.
Okay, fine. Okay. So you finish the remaining thing and you will get the answer. I hope you can do it. So only 1 minute. I'll just. So apply the spline command as usual. You will get the answer. So you press the enter. This is the first point, second point, the third point, fourth point, fifth point. Okay. Then enter. And you will get the answer like that, and delete the unwanted things. Okay. So up to that, I want to close the class. Take the attendance. Then you can. When is the next class? Whether it is started?
Say it starts from 11:35 and it's 11:40.
Yes, sir, it started, sir.
Is it possible to give the attendance from your side?